What's up, guys? It's Real Deal Minecraft bringing you another episode of Real Deal Minecraft. Today we're going to be starting a new series that I'm going to call Real Deal Redstone, and all it's going to go over is cool redstone gates that you can use and also little builds that you can apply to your redstone ideas, and hopefully you can get something out of this and makes your redstone's ideas come to life and a lot easier. So today we're just going to go over the easiest gates probably out there, and that is the OR and NOR gate, and they're super simple. So we'll go over the OR gate first. Now basically what an OR gate is when you add two inputs together into one output, and it's very simple. That is basically an OR gate right there. So when this is on, we'll place a door right here. When one input is on, the output is on. When the other input is on, the output is on. And when both inputs are on, the output is still on. So basically, an OR gate is a repeater block, because the repeater repeats the signal, and it's the same exact thing. And you can see that's on, and now it's on again, and then both inputs on, the output is still on. So that is basically an OR gate. But if you want an actual build to it, I guess an OR gate would be something like this, which is also a repeater. So you can place in your inputs right here, and right here, and you can OR them all together. So we'll have the output right here so that you could see it easily. So one input turns on, the output is now on. The other input, same thing, and you guys get the idea. When any of the inputs are on, the output turns on. So this is the OR gate, and some uses for it is, of course, repeating the system, and also putting, let's say, different buttons in different locations that will trigger the door. And whoops, when it's one away, it's kind of weird. That will trigger a door. So that is an OR gate. Now a NOR gate, I think, is a little bit more useful in Minecraft, and all a NOR gate is a inverter. So that's all an OR gate is. So let's place another door like this, and let's make sure it's on the right thing. Okay, so right now it's on, and we can place a lever like this. So right now the lever is off and the output is on. So when this is on, the output is off. So all it does is inverts the signal, and I use this all the time. You can't build anything without knowing this, pretty much, but very useful. That is basically what it is. So some things that I would use for this is, let's say you want to put this under a door. So like you have this, and then you have a door on top of here. So it's something like this. So all of this would be underground, and then this would have to go into this. This is just one example, but there are many examples out there. So basically, here you go. You hide it, and now it's inverted, and that's something that I would use it for. And many other things that these can be used for. So we went over the OR gate. The OR gate, when any of the inputs are on, the output is also on. And this is very simple, simply made, just a repeater block, basically. And we also went over the NOR gate, which is just an inverter. That's what the N in NOR gate means. It means not or. So it's the opposite of OR. So that's how we get NOR. And when this is on, the output is off, and when this is off, this is on. So guys, that's the end of the first episode of Real Deal Redstone. There'll be much more to come. We'll go over a lot more useful and more intricate designs. And not saying that these aren't useful, these are very useful, but we'll get into more intricate and more exciting ones in the time to come. So thanks for watching, guys. Watch out for those videos. See you later.